Hi, this is me again, Randall Kennedy. You can find me on Facebook with the same name. I want to talk to you about time and time management today. But before I do that, I suggest you get some pen and paper or open your laptop, open your phone, because I'm going to be bombarding you with a lot of verses. I'm a born again Christian for about 15 years, but I've also been in management for a very long time. So, you got your pen and paper, your laptop, and your phone ready. Okay, there goes. How you spend your time is more important than how you spend your money. My mom used to say, time and tide waits for no one. Seek no time, for time is gone. Profound, eh? God's word advises us to use our time wisely because He knows that there are many things in life that can distract us from what truly matters. Do not waste your time so that you look back with regret. You do not know what tomorrow holds. Read and study the Bible verse that I'm giving you. It will be quite a liberation. The first reading I want to do, but before I do that, if you like what I'm saying, then like it on YouTube, subscribe to it, share it, and make a comment. This messages have to go the world over. And I can't see why you can't do that. I've received many subscribers and likes on my previous two postings. Have you got your pen and paper ready? Your laptop, your phone, laptop Word, phone, notepad. Let's go. First reading I'd like to share with you is 2 Corinthians 6:2. For it says, in the time of favor I heard you, and in the day of salvation I helped you. I tell you now. Now is the time of God's favor. Now is the day of salvation. 1 John 2 verse 17. The world and its desires pass away, but whoever does the will of God, lives forever. Ecclesiastes 3. It's quite simple. There is a time for everything. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So there's many verses in the Bible, probably 100 or more. So when you do time management, there's many companies offering the course of time management. But it's important to realize that you can't manage time. It's called time management, but you can't manage time. Time manages you. Where did time, the concept of time, start? It started right at the creation. On the first day, God did this. On the second day, He did that. On the third day, He did that. On the fourth day, He did this. On the fifth day, He did that. On the sixth day, He made man. On the seventh day, He rested. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that started time. And it is with us forever, till eternity. just some thinking. Time is measured in simplistic form in milliseconds, in seconds, in minutes, in hours, in days, in months, in years, in decades, in centuries, in millennia, and in eternity. Profound, isn't it? All given from God. Let's talk about time management a bit. It is rightly said that time and tides wait for no one, and individuals should understand the value of time for him to succeed in all aspects of his life. People who waste time are the ones who fail to create an identity of their own. What is time management? Time management refers to managing time effectively so that the right time is allocated to the right activity. Effective time management allows individuals to assign specific time slots to activities as per their importance. Time management refers to making the best use of time, as time is always limited. Time management plays a very important role not only in organizations but also in personal lives. Time management includes effective planning, setting goals and objectives, delegation of responsibilities, prioritizing activities as per their importance, spending the right time on the right activity. For effective planning, plan your day well in advance. Prepare a to-do list or a task plan. Jot down the important activities that each need to be done. What I do is I write down everything that have to be achieved, the top part of it. Then I assign priorities to these objectives. Then on every heading, I put sub activities. Everything has got to have a timeline, a time frame, a time when it has to be completed. What I again do is I assign A, B, C for the importance of the actual activity that needs to be done, or the objective that needs to be done. The subsets are obviously also got time frames, but we only have to put the top activity, the top objectives on a timeline and prioritize them. That's how I get my things done. I've been trained in this over many years, and many years at management level. You must have a structure to how you tackle things. So the to-do list is important. Complete the tasks on time, and you will see that your objectives are met. Next, we go to setting goals and objectives. Setting goals and objectives, I use the SMART principle. SMART. S is to be specific. M, it must be measurable. A, it must be achievable. R, it must be the realistic. And T, it must have timelines. Simple sounding, doesn't it? You must also remember that you're not alone in an organization, whether it's at church, whether it's at work, whether it's in the family. There are other people that can help. So delegate responsibility. Make your workload lighter. For that costs nothing. And again, it doesn't matter if you are in the workplace, if you're at home, if you're in the church, nothing gets in the way of that. Prioritizing to us. We prioritize in order of urgency and importance. I've already said how you go about that. If a timeline is tight, then you focus your energy on that. And one more thing, I assign A, B, and C, like I said. A is the most important, C is the least important. So I tackle the A's first. The most important ones I tackle first. So that ensures that my most important objectives to tasks are completed on time. You need to also remember to spend the right time on the right activity. Develop the habit of doing the right thing at the right time. For effective time management, one needs to be organized, don't misuse time, be focused. Develop the habit of using planners, organizers, tabletop calendars for better time management. Set reminders on phone for your personal computer. Managing time well enables us to do the right things at the right time. Time management plays a pivotal role in one's personal as well as professional life. Let's go through a couple of benefits of time management. Punctuality, discipline. One learns to work when it is actually required as a result of effective time management. To make the judicious use of time, individuals should prepare the to-do list. Do it every day. If need be, if you find that you don't complete things, do it every day. It's important to know that to manage time is critical. Anywhere you are, you can't waste time. And if you want to progress in your career, then time management is probably the most important. Talking about punctuality, if someone is late for a meeting with me, I see that as being disrespectful. Nothing else. And I tell them, they won't do it again. And if, for example, I get quotes from different companies on a particular issue, then what I do is if someone is late, I tell them to leave. I don't want to see them because I've got other options. You get more organized as a result of time management. Effective time management boosts an individual's morale and makes us more confident. Individuals who stick to a time plan are the ones who realize the goals and objectives within the shortest possible time frame. Imagine you get a big task from your manager or your director and you finish it before time. That's impressive, man. That is very impressive. Better time management helps in better planning and eventually better forecasting. Research says that individuals who accomplish tasks on time are less prone to stress and anxiety. Time management enables us to prioritize tasks and activities in the workplace. It is foolish to stay overburdened. Do not accept anything and everything that comes your way. Time management helps us to adopt a planned approach to life. I'm going to give you some pearls of wisdom from the Bible now. Although I've said some of them, I'll read some of them and I'll just give you the chapter and verse of the other ones. Are you ready to write? 2 Corinthians 6 verse 2. For it says, in the time of my favor I heard you, and in the day of salvation I helped you. I tell you, now is the time of God's favor. Now is the day of salvation. 1 John 2 verse 17. The world and its desires pass away, but whoever does the will of God lives forever. I said the Ecclesiastes 3 is a time for everything. Time bound also Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. For God so loved the world that He gave His only Son, and whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have eternal life. John 9 verse 4. As long as it is day, we must do the works of Him who sent me. Night is coming, when no one can work. In their hearts, Proverbs 16 verse 9. In their hearts, human plans their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Proverbs 21 verse 5. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. I'm just going to give you the chapters and verses now. Proverbs 27:1, Proverbs 27:1, Psalm 31:15, Psalm 90 verse 12, Romans 13 verse 11, Esther 4 verse 14, Mark 13 verses 32 and 33, 2 Peter 3 verses 8 and 9, Colossians chapter 4 verses 5 and 6, Ephesians chapter 5 verses 15 to 17, 1 Thessalonians 5 verses 1 to 3, Proverbs 6 verses 6 to 8, James 4 verses 13 to 17, Ecclesiastes 3 I said already. So, my talk for today has stopped. It was on time and time management. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like. If you like, share. Please place a comment. And do subscribe. And do whatever you need to do to get this message spread. God bless you. Have a nice day.